Welcome to another Reddit AITA story. My married best friend, 37 years, tried to cheat with me, 37 years. He said he would come clean to his wife, but it never happened. I had this male best friend who is married and have a baby. Let's call him B. We got into spirituality at around the same time, so for a while we became a lot closer with each other than our respective partners due to having a shared interest or shared language around niche topics. But this wasn't super weird to either of our partners because we grew up in the same hometown and thus have always had a part of us that were unique to our friendship. My partner at the time and I also lived with them for a year when we moved to their city, so we were all friends. Although our partners weren't super close, I really liked B's wife because she was incredibly kind to me. One day while we were texting, B suddenly took a day off and came over to my apartment while my partner wasn't home. We moved out at this point. I said okay because I thought he was doing something out of character, so it must have been important. I also texted my partner and told him that B was coming over. So he comes over and we chatted for a bit and I made him lunch. Then he started acting weird. And finally, he asked if I wanted to try spiritual sex. I kind of froze and then slowly turned him down by saying I had a feeling he was going to go there. I began feeling he was acting weird when he asked to come over and really felt uncomfortable when he began shuffling about suspiciously in my apartment. And then I awkwardly said no. He pressed and asked again, like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." Then I insisted that we take a walk to the nearby park. On the way there was extremely awkward. At the park, he confessed that he's always loved me, but didn't admit it to himself. I said I love him too, and he kind of reacted like a small child. I've never seen him this way. He's usually very stoic, and almost giggled and leaned in for a hug and fell over on top of me in the park. I patted him on the back and we got back up, but I was a bit taken aback and confused because I thought maybe he heard something else. I wasn't saying that I loved him romantically, but just that of course I love him because he was my best friend. But I kind of just went with the flow because the situation was brand new to me and I wasn't sure how to react. But I did tell him that he should be honest with his wife. He said he will eventually, but it's not the right time. He thinks it's cruel to tell someone they're not ready to hear. They were having issues of their own at the time. I didn't know the details, just that they weren't communicating and that they had a dead bedroom, which is probably part of the reason why he approached me. I spent the day away from home to process everything, really rattled because I knew this would fundamentally change our relationship forever. Then when I came home, Beat messaged me and casually asked if my partner and I wanted to join his family for barbecue that weekend. I got so angry when I received this text because I knew he was trying to test the waters to see whether I would be complicit and keep this as a secret, which ironically made me realize that I had to tell my partner because I would never do this to him, keep him in the dark and let him hang around a guy who tried to sleep with me. So I told my partner. He was furious, of course, and we ended our friendship with B. In my last conversation with B, I pleaded with him to tell his wife because I knew if he didn't come clean and apologize to everyone and also finally communicate with his wife, we'd never be friends again. But he insisted that it wasn't the right time. Over the next few weeks, he still messaged me here and there when a meme or something came up that was just too good not to share. He messaged me in a cheeky kind of way, like, "I know I'm not supposed to talk to you, but this is too good. Okay, bye," sort of way. We both expressed that we missed each other, but it's not the right time to reconnect. To be completely honest, I never had romantic feelings towards him. I just really loved him as a friend. A year later, I asked to talk to him because I was still grieving our friendship, and I asked if he had talked to his wife. He acted high and mighty, like he's spiritually ascended, and even tried to psychoanalyze me, saying that maybe I'm only upset because he's put it behind him, yet I haven't moved on. I was extremely disappointed and wished him a bitter good luck and goodbye. It's been 3 to 4 years since this has happened. I'm questioning my decision to not tell his wife back then. I didn't do it at the time because I wanted her to hear it from him, and they also had a newborn, so I didn't want to drop that bomb on her and gave B good faith of his assessment that she wasn't ready to hear it and that he will tell her eventually. I don't think he did because they seem happy on socials, and my gift for him is still displayed visibly in their recent photos. Added to this, I was going through personal issues at the time, so this wasn't immediately a concern. I told myself that it was his burden to carry. But now that my life has quieted down and I've been reflecting on everything that's happened in the last few years, I'm questioning my decision. I really want to do the right thing and feel like I have my integrity intact. I'm just not sure what the right thing is given so much time has passed, and also it was an attempt at cheating, but nothing actually happened. TLDR, my married best friend, 37 male, tried to cheat with me, 37 female. I turned him down and told him to tell his wife. He never did. I didn't do it because they had a newborn baby, and I took his word that he would do it eventually. It's been 3 to 4 years. What is the right thing to do now? I especially want to hear from women who found out about their partner's behavior much later, or if you have kids involved. So, tell me, guys, am I the AITAA? What would you do in this situation? Comment below.